Right, good evening, guys and lady. For those that don't know me, which I'm sure you all do, I am Acting Sergeant Flockton, and this evening we are going to do your advanced medical course. Woo! No?
Hey. Yeah, we excited.
There
Let's
we go. There we go. There's a reason you're coming to 662, Genchev. So, a little bit of background knowledge for you first, guys. Advanced Med is the highest form of training that you can actually get within the 4th IB. And this course is going to get you to that level of medical expertise. It's going to make you as awesome as me. So medics have the responsibility to help wounded soldiers return to the battlefield, and they are basically the highest step in the medical chain. I would say that we're subject matter experts in a medical case. Well, actually, in a medical case, it's mainly 3 med guys who have overall say in what we decide. If I remember that correctly, Barrett.
Yeah, pretty much 3 med at top, then JHC medic second.
So it doesn't matter if, like, me being an acting sergeant, I could be making a call on a patient, and then Barrett can come over. He's an acting lance corporal, and he can be like, "Nah, don't agree with you. This is what the crack is," and I'll leave it at that. So at all times, we're expected to do our drills to the best and efficient possible ways, every time, without fail. Okay. When performing the drills, you've got to follow a guideline. That's to ensure that the casualty gets the highest level of care that we can offer. Does that make sense to everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So for those that were on the basic med, you'll know that I like getting verbal nods off people. So if you don't understand, speak up. Okay?
Yes.
Yep.
Awesome. So for treating casualties in the field, 9 times out of 10, the casualty is brought to you, especially JHC guys, when they get put in the bird. Okay? If the casualty cannot be brought to you, though, sometimes you might have to go to them. Not really JHC case. This is more 3 med case. If that is ever the case, don't go alone. Why would you not go alone?
So don't get
Say
shot on
so.
your ass.
That
You're an easier target, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 is always better than 1. And I've said that in every single case. Giggity. So, there's 4 key principles to remember when in the field. Does everybody have a notepad and pen?
Yes.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, you've got 30 seconds to go get one. Okay, don't know if that was 30 seconds, but I hope you're back. So, the first of the 4 principles is positioning. Okay, are you in cover? Can the enemy see you? The second, awareness. It's going to sound strange, this one, but listen to your surroundings. Are you taking weapon fire? Is there any IDF incoming? Believe it or not, you can actually hear the sound of the IDF. Number 3, is your route to the casualty direct? Can you make a beeline? Because a direct route is always the fastest route. And if I get a giggle out of this, I know who the immature people are. Do you have protection? Of course it was you, Barrett. By that, I mean, are there any friendlies around you? If there's any other sections, you can use them to get to the casualty. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Awesome. Now, unfortunately, we don't have the airway management. But I can go over the kit in case it is brought back in if you want us to. But are you just happy to just move on?
I don't think we have any time scale of it coming back in, do we? So
We don't. That's fine. I mean, it's a short briefing anyways. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hand off to the gentleman to my right, left, Jesus. He's not Jesus.
Jesus Barrett. Okay.
He's Barrett.
Like the opposite.
3 med IC. So I'm going to hand over to him now.
All right, I've actually been called Jesus by someone completely different. That's nice. All right, so
Jesus.
right now I'm going to go over the drugs. Pretty much, the drugs in your kit are the most powerful thing that you have, and these should always be used. Well, this should always be in your vest, like primarily, for the very simple reason of if you're unconscious or whatever. Actually, that's a line. If you're conscious, someone can't just sneak up to you and take it from your backpack. This is very important during coin hops. So when you're around civilians, it's just something to be very conscious of.
Okay.
All right. So basically, these drugs are used. If they're used incorrectly, you have a very high percentage of killing someone. So just to give a real life in-game scenario, before I have had a patient that had around 126 pulse. Gave them 1 stick of morphine and went down to 45. So if you can imagine someone with a pulse of 80 and you're not careful with it, you just stop the heart and you could potentially kill them. So you have 3 different types of drugs. The first one being morphine. This is one of your most common drugs and is a very strong painkiller. And fun fact, it is derived from opium, which is from the same family of drugs as heroin, just in case you want to know that.
It's good stuff.
A very important fact about morphine. This should never be used on an unconscious patient. Does anyone have any idea why?
Because they're unconscious. They probably have no heart rate anyways.
Well, maybe. If you
Well,
have a
if
stable patient.
if it's a painkiller, it's not going to benefit them in any way, shape, or form because
Well,
they're already unconscious.
Yeah, because it lowers their pain rates, because I haven't actually tested this, but they might still experience pain while unconscious, which might stop them from getting up. Never tested it, don't intend to.
Isn't it that it lowers your systolic, and you need the systolic to come back unconscious again?
Yeah, pretty much. It lowers pulse and blood pressure, which is one of the main side effects of that drug. So it can, while you're trying to stabilize a patient's blood pressure, it could lower the blood pressure, making your life a lot more difficult. The primary use of this drug is to remove pain or reduce it, but 9 times out of 10, it will remove it. You should never use this to alter vitals because it is quite unpredictable and you don't really know what it can and can't do in terms of how severely it will affect your patient. So, an important thing I'm about to go over is the dosage. So I would strongly recommend writing this down. Okay, whoever just did that confused me dramatically. Okay, I don't know what that said, but yeah. Dosage is 1 auto injector, so 1 stick, every 15 minutes.
Okay.
I turned around. Okay. The pretty much use of this is just pain relief. And as I said before, the side effects of this are dramatic drop in pulse and blood pressure. Does anyone have any questions about morphine?
Do you often have to give more than 1? Or is 1 normally enough?
In my experience, 1 has always been enough, and someone just disconnected, so that makes me sad.
It was Nichols.
Of course, it's one of mine. Yeah, 10 times out of 10, normally it's gonna be enough.
Okay.
And when you have injected them, it will alter their vitals so dramatically you will not want to give another one.
I'm also, yeah, exactly. I'm more thinking if in the 15 minutes are up, they could still potentially be in pain, but hopefully within 15 minutes they've been packed. and
Yeah,
they're okay.
chances are. Yeah, chances are they will be out of pain in 15 minutes.
Okay.
Cool. Next, I'm going to go to epinephrine or epi. This is sometimes known, sometimes known as adrenaline, and it is naturally produced in the body. You might have heard it as a fight or flight drug, and it is used to to rapidly increase the patient's pulse and blood pressure, and is very effective during cardiac arrest. And this 9 times out of 10 you'll be using this drug more than any other drug. So, onto the dosage. The dosage for this will be 3 auto-injectors or 3 sticks every 30 minutes. You will mainly use this drug during cardiac arrest. Yeah, that one doesn't matter anymore. And the side effect will be significant rise in pulse and blood pressure. Cool. Next, we're going to go over adenosine, which is the third and final drug you should have in your possession. So, like epi, adenosine is naturally produced in the body, and the primary use of this drug is to combat. Oh, I don't know what that word is.
Tachycardia.
That one. Basically
Racing
means
heart
that if
rate.
you, when it has a really high pulse.
Yep.
So pretty much in layman's terms, which I'm very used to, it slows down the patient's heart rate. The drop is, well, when you inject someone, the drop is very noticeable and sudden after it's administered. So when you inject into them, their heart rate or pulse will drop dramatically very quickly. So whenever you give them it, I strongly recommend you keeping an eye on them and not just injecting it and walking away. Cool. So the dosage of adenosine will be 1 stick or 1 auto-injector every 45 minutes. The usage of this drug is cardiac arrest when their pulse is spiking, say around the 200 mark. And the side effects are side effect will be a dramatic drop in pulse. So, any questions about any of the drugs I've just covered?
Pickles, stand still, you little shit.
Just to double check, the epi was 3 every 30 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, cool.
Right, Barrett, take it away.
Cool. Mark, if you want to stand in the open for me. Groovy. Now, if everyone will to gather around Mr. Mark.
I don't bite. Honest.
I want the pleasure of doing the first one, like.
Okay, so if everyone can go around and get onto his medical menu for me.
Hold on, because I don't have doctor apparently.
Let me go around.
Is there though?
Are you all in his medical menu?
I am.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you dare, Barrett. Don't you dare.
Right, so I'm going to check his pulse quickly, just so you have a benchmark of where it is. So you see that it's a very normal and healthy 180. About to say 120. His BP is 120 of 80. A healthy male right here.
I'm healthier in game than I am outside of it.
What am I
Worries
giving
me.
him? What am I giving him?
We'll go morphine first.
Okay.
Whoa.
That'd be sad.
Okay, so we've used 1 stick of morphine. So if I check his pulse again, you'll see that it's slowly dropping. 79. I really wish we had the pulse oxes now. It would make my life so much happier.
Yep.
But now you see it's going down to 73. 69, yeah, and it's slowly it's dropping. Shut up, you. And you see it's still dropping, and it will drop continuously for a little bit.
I can hear my own heartbeat.
Yep, and that's not a good thing.
You're about to go tier 1.
Up, okay, I think he's leveling at 52.
He's leveling up.
No, not leveling up, you
Well, I've
silly
leveled
boy.
up.
Yeah, it's kind of stabilized at 52.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him an epinephrine.
Yep, and this will hopefully bring him back up. And it'll probably give me, this will probably allow him to explain something else as well, which I'm happy with. Okay, so you see his pulse is going up even more, or it's going back up, and hopefully to a more stable level, or a healthier level,
Past 80.
ideally. But as you see, it's got to 67 and went back down. That is because morphine lasts longer in terms of lowering heart rate than the epinephrine does. So as the epinephrine is a short and sudden increase in pulse, the morphine is kind of a slower, longer lasting one. So chances are you're going to have to give multiple sticks of epi to be able to stabilize or to get into a healthier level. From my experience in this, it is kind of finicky. So no matter how many sticks you give him, you could end up having it be a normal level. In terms, oh, that's kind of, oh, I see what you did.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so it can. Boston's given him 3 sticks of epinephrine to try and counter that, and as you can see, it's going up quite dramatically.
And that
Pretty
is,
much.
But
Now it's
as you
come
can
back
see,
down, yeah.
yep, as you see, even that didn't counteract the morphine. So this is what I mean by it being your strongest drug. So as epi is kind of designed to counteract morphine in terms of dropping pulse, it still has a very strong effect on him, and it's still lasting.
now let's see what happens when I pop some adenosine in him.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
Bye, Mark. See you soon.
Okay, so I'm gonna put a bet down that he's gonna go unconscious soon.
Oh, yes.
How
He's going to
Because
quickly?
as you can see, his pulse, as I just checked, is on 88, and it's now down to 80.
Jesus.
And chances are, in a minute,
Yep.
and it went from 80 to 66.
Yeah, I can feel my heartbeat.
That is why adenosine is 1 stick every 45 minutes.
Yeah, because you can have patients that have like a pulse of 210, give them 1 stick of adenosine, and that's going to put their heart rate back to a normal level. So the adenosine should be ideally used as sparingly as morphine, because those two are very strong and most likely to kill people.
But let's also check his blood pressure.
I forgot about that part.
67/44.
How is he
Yeah.
still upright?
What the hell?
He's a strong, rugged man. But
He's going to
yeah,
go down any second.
so yeah,
Once
as
it
you can
gets
see,
to about
it's
45,
dramatically affected both of his vitals.
He is
So drugs
definitely
are
going
very-
down in a second.
You've
Yeah,
given
drug-
him
Wait a second, adenosine, yeah.
Fucking hate you.
Harsh.
It's going a lot slower than I thought it would.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Come on, hurry up.
How is he still standing?
I have no idea.
He's just
You're
above the
unconscious
thing.
now.
I'm invincible.
Oh, so,
Going up.
okay, it's stopped at 42. Okay, this is very interesting.
It's interesting. I just thought it had gone down lower.
Hmm.
He's a strong man.
And
That's
now
what I'm
more.
Doing shit now.
No, you're
You've
definitely
done there,
going
Flockton.
How
down.
the fuck
How
am I
you
allowed to
feeling,
heart
Mark?
rate at 42? I should be fucking dead.
You'd think. Let's see what your blood pressure's like. Not ideal. Now, suddenly he's gone higher. Don't understand this. You're a miracle marvel there, Mark.
There
we
it
go.
is.
Pushed me
Cool,
away.
so-
I
Just
don't
put it
know that.
downstairs for now.
Okay,
So if I check his pulse again, he has none.
Yeah, that's fine.
So then this is where the epinephrine will come in handy.
You doing it? Oh, I don't know.
I've done it.
Cool.
The epi goes in. Put it on his chest. Step back 2 meters, quick. Step back 2 meters, quick. Step back
No,
2
back
meters,
off.
quick. Step back 2 meters, quick.
Go on, one person.
Go on, get him, get him.
Mad lad.
Damn
There
it.
you go.
Nah, it was fucking. It took time.
Then if we'll have a look, he's alive.
Pulse of 48. And this is where I would stick a epi into him.
Mate, I've already stuck an epi in him.
Not sticking an epi into him.
I stick it in before I give
Oh,
them
but
a
as
shot.
opposed to 48, you should have another one.
That'll rise.
Also, his blood pressure is 59/39, so not good. So this is where you'd go inject your saline, which we'll go into in a minute.
Oh, he's back.
Hey.
He's back. He wakes up quickly, doesn't he?
Yeah,
And
he'll
on another side note, same with morphine. Don't use epinephrine to alter vitals either.
Everyone happy with drugs?
Yeah, any questions?
Yes.
I'm high as fuck now.
Anyone got any questions?
No,
Nope. Right,
Awesome.
park your asses. Oh, sorry, was that a question?
Oh,
Did I hear
God,
the start of a
um,
question?
that was me saying awesome.
All right, you sit down. Dirty bastard. Okay. So the next section we're going to go on to is fluid resuscitation. Mark, did you call on us there?
He's nervous, you point him out.
Huh?
He's nervous.
Why?
No, you said his name, he's scared. Anxiety.
So, fluid resuscitation, guys. Approximately 90% of all the casualties that we come across are going to have they would have had some kind of bleed or an open wound. And they would have seen a drop in pulse and blood pressure. While most of the time it's negligible, in some cases it does require management through the use of fluid resuscitation. Okay? Now, what fluid resuscitation is the act of restoring a normal blood pressure with either blood, plasma, or the one that we mainly use, saline intravenously. Saline IV, intravenous. The main reason we don't use blood or plasma is because they need to be kept in a container, otherwise they spoil. That's no good for us. So we use the saline. Now, what it's doing, the saline is basically replacing fluids that bled out with more fluid to keep the blood pressure up. It does not affect pulse rates. Okay? Now, in Arma, we can do this by selecting a limb on the ACE medical menu, going to advanced treatment, and that's where you're going to see a list of fluids you can give depending on what you're carrying. Now, they come in 3 different sizes: 250, 300, and 1,000 milliliters. Does that make sense?
What was it again? 200 and what?
250, 500, and 1,000 milliliter.
They're not a
Like you
750.
said,
We
300.
don't have a 750.
Okay.
But I think my GCSE maths tells us we can use 500 and 250 to make 750.
Oh, that's right. I just thought I saw one.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry. That's fine. So, like I said, there's no benefit to using blood or plasma over saline because, like I say, it needs to be kept in a container or it spoils. Now, different levels of blood loss require different amounts of fluid to combat them. Okay? We do have guidelines for fluid resuscitation, and all of the values that I'm about to give are the systolic BP. Cullen, do you remember what the systolic is?
No, I don't know
No?
what systolic is.
Ross?
It's the first number of when you measure the blood pressure. So the actual pressure of the blood.
Okay. Larkinson, can you tell me a way to represent this? So, just like, what would you describe the systolic as?
It's like oil pressure in a car. It's how much pressure's behind it, how hard the part is pumping.
Correct. Well done. I'm quite proud of that. Oh wait, I chose the man who's ex-military, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a
Yeah.
medic though.
I know, but still.
I knew basic first aid. That's it.
Well. So, if you have a systolic between 20, that's 20, and 60, you're going to want to give 2 1,000 milliliter bags.
Can you say the numbers again? Sorry.
20 to 60. So 20 to 60.
Yep.
That is 2 1,000 milliliter bags. The reason we do this is because the patient is at risk of cardiac arrest. And we need to carefully monitor the patient. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. If they have a systolic, which is between 60 and 80, that is 1,000 milliliter bag. Has everybody got that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. If their systolic is between 80 and 90, you need to give 1 500 milliliter bag. Now, Mark is going to completely disagree with me when I say this, right? And I know he is, because we had this when I was in 3med. If they have a systolic of 100 plus, okay, and what I mean by 100 plus is anywhere between 100 and maybe 110. Personally, I would give a 250 milliliter bag.
Mhm.
That's why I said personally.
Good.
The official document states that you would give them nothing because a systolic of 100 or above is sufficient to no longer require fluids. That is what the training document says. But like I say, from my personal point of view, 250 milliliter bag just to give them a top up.
I mean, there's
I
no
know-
harm in giving it to them.
Exactly. You know, in a firefight, if they get injured, that extra 20 systolic will be the difference between life and death. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yep.
Yeah. So, Moses, what does the official training document say?
That's when it's from 100 to 110, you don't need to give them anything.
Well, 100 plus, you don't need to
100
give them
plus.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
My personal opinion is 100 to 110, just a top up of 250. Barrett, do you disagree?
Mixed. It's just kind of a situational thing.
Yeah.
It's from my experience. Sometimes you should, sometimes you shouldn't. But it just those. That just said those are guidelines. So it's just huge experience, really.
Okay. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So, one challenge that you're going to face in the field, and trust me, it is a challenge, is maintaining your stock levels. You know, the guys that are just about to go on server and use drugs and saline and stuff for one of the first times, right? You're easy to get tunnel vision. And 9 times out of 10, you use every single thing that you've got, treating one patient.
Ouch.
I've done it. Barrett, have you done it?
I think when I was new, I ran out completely.
Yeah, Mark?
Yep.
You've done it?
Actually, the yes was a yes to the question.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah. And please remember, guys, a patient does not have to have normal vitals to be evacuated. As long as they're stable, that's when we can get them moved. That's when it's best to get them moved, should I say. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
When you've got a heart rate and a blood pressure, that's when it's best to get them moved. Okay?
Yep.
Awesome. Now then, we are going to Mr. Mark, middle of the room.
Yes, boss.
Guys, stand up, but please stand behind us. Keep going further. Mark, keep going further. Stop. Okay. When I do this, I want you all to go over and look at his medical menu. Earplugs in, guys.
Oh, hang on.
Good shout.
Just before I start popping rounds off. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Could be.
Mark?
Go for it.
Go check his medical menu, guys. Somebody check his heart rate. Not his heart rate, his blood pressure.
Oh, sorry.
Moses, did you just get strong instead of a number?
Yep.
Or it's
Remember,
I
I
did
can
as
see.
well. Yeah.
Right, okay.
I hit pulse. I hit pulse before you said change it to.
No, that's fine. It's because I need to do something. There's a
A
certain
doctor or a medic?
doctor.
Yes.
I don't have blood pressure.
Yeah, I
at
don't
all.
have blood pressure option.
No, I don't either.
Are you
Check.
on his arm?
Check on the arm of his leg.
Oh yeah, it's all good.
Can I put the tourniquet on my
Nope.
leg so I don't bleed out?
Oh.
No, silly boy.
I just
No.
got strong again.
Right, try it again.
I got a blood pressure. I'll check
Oh,
pulse
yeah,
again.
that's
Yep,
good.
I got a heart
Yep,
rate.
they got it.
There we go. Fantastic.
There we go. Yeah, got it.
So you can all see how his blood pressure has dropped.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How he's standing up, I don't know.
Neither do I. So he's
Oh,
currently
wow.
90 over 60.
There we go. It's not too bad.
Now, everybody step back.
I get worse for him.
Also, away from the barrel will be ideal.
Check it now.
Poor
Obviously, he's
guy.
going to be bleeding out through his head as well now. No blood pressure. I killed him. But there is a chance to work on him because he is a tier 1. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be nice, though. I'm just going to do...
You Zeused him.
I did. Right. So does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that would have been perfect. Guys,
It
come
would've
back
been.
over here. Step out of the way if you're behind him.
Oh my.
Shut up. Right. We're going to go on to advanced life support. Everyone jump onto his medical menu. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly bandage his head, but I want him to remain tier 1. God.
He's dead, Jim.
So, if you click on his chest and then go to advanced treatments, you're going to see CPR, use surgical kit, and use defib. Do you all see that?
Mhm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If one of the 3 med guys tells you to jump on CPR, that's where you would find that.
Yeah.
Now, in this case, we want to use a defibrillator. Okay. Now,
Mhm.
with the defib, you've got to be at least 2 meters back. In fact, everybody stay where you are. We're going to see what happens. Is anybody in a little bit of pain right now?
Yeah, I've got
Yes.
a white flash around.
Nope, I'm good.
I'm good as well.
You know, usually
No.
when somebody's getting a shock and you hear 2 meters back, it's to prevent that. The
Making
defib will
people
actually
moaning at
shock you as well.
Some people moaning at you saying, "Oh, I'm in pain. Well, I'm in pain."
Does that make
Nice.
sense to everybody?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just leave him there for a bit. He'll wake up. Right. Just want to take a seat, guys?
Wow, look at that blood pressure.
His heart rate's huge.
Yeah,
Ah,
he'll
just leave
figure
where he is.
itself out.
Leave him where he is.
Jesus.
He'll figure itself out. It's fine.
He'll wake up eventually. That was a brief introduction right there to advanced life support. Okay. There is a few things that you need to do before going straight into shock them, which is pretty much what you're seeing me do. So, Mark got shot in the head. He went tier 1. What was the first thing I done, guys?
Bandaged him up.
Bandaged him.
I bandaged him up. I stopped any major bleeds. Now, the next step is you're supposed to alert those around you that the patient is in cardiac arrest. This is to get people to assist you. Okay? Now, you can use either the PRR or you can go on to shout. Okay? Next step from there He's
Hang on.
beginning. Sorry,
Can you explain what PRR is, please?
that's your short range radio, your 343.
Okay.
Your personal radio.
Yeah, cool.
Awesome. So from there, we go on to begin CPR. Barrett, can you actually check on him? Thanks.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
And like I showed you, you go into advanced treatment tab, then you've got CPR, or in the case of you guys, you'll be carrying a defib, so you can use that. Now, what we normally do is check the vitals. So we need to check to see if they have gained a blood pressure and a heart rate. Because what's the point in performing CPR on somebody or defibbing somebody if they already have a pulse? What's the point? Anyone?
None.
There isn't. Because they're alive.
Could make it worse.
Yeah, exactly. So from checking the vitals, you would then give any drugs required. So using the vitals, you can determine which drugs are appropriate and which to administer. You remember which one for low vitals?
Epinephrine?
Epinephrine. And which one is it for high vitals?
Adenosine.
Adenosine?
Adenosine. Yeah, that's it. I can't say it.
Who said morphine? Oh no, I'm not gonna have a go at you. Who said morphine?
Hey, Noel.
It's okay. So remember, your morphine's for somebody who's in pain. Your adenosine is for somebody with a high blood pressure or high pulse. Speaking of, welcome back to the world of the living, Mark. From there, we then reassess the vitals. We need to check to see if what treatment has worked. They're still in cardiac arrest. You go back to step 3. Which was step 3?
CPR or defibrillator.
Correct. Barrett, can you please sort him out? Because I can't be arsed with him fucking moaning behind us.
I'll see what I can do. Oh,
Okay. So the next thing I'm going to move on to is the advanced life support equipment. Now, I've covered most of it. This being your defib. Does anyone know what a defibrillator does?
Puts the heart back into a regular rhythm, doesn't it?
Yeah, basically it shocks the heart. And unfortunately, that is the only advanced life support equipment I can give you because we no longer use chest seals because we no longer have pneumothoraxes in the server. But extra brownie points for anybody who can tell me what a pneumothorax is.
A hole in the lung that's letting air in and your lung collapses. Or letting air out, sorry.
Fucking
Correct.
chest wound, basically, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a chest wound. Happy with that. Right. So we've already demonstrated how to do that. But here's where we're going to have a bit of fun. Stand up, find a partner.
in a group of 7.
No.
Barrett,
Right,
you
considering
go
we're
with the
three
odd
now.
man.
No, I
Go
guess.
on again, Chef.
Okay, Mark, go to your
Go.
Let's go.
Come on,
No,
Ross.
no.
Yeah, let's go.
Not
That's why
Mark.
I'm
You.
unconscious.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
You can go
Guess
again,
we
Chef.
do.
No, I mean, who wants to go first?
Shall we
Shoot
get
me
short? Shall I get first?
Oh, I'll
Shoot.
go.
I'll go
Don't worry.
first.
Okay.
It might
Right,
well be
go.
me.
Let's move over here.
Yeah, you're getting
No point me
gunned
doing it.
down.
Which one?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. So. Hold on.
Oh, Acting Sergeant, please.
Oh no, there's somebody down over here. What are we supposed to do?
Oh,
Hold on.
don't enjoy it too much.
That's
Okay, well, man down.
medical. Okay. So, we're going to check pulse. No heart rate.
So what's the first thing you should be
Okay.
doing, guys?
Abandoned
Head, bleeding.
Yep, should be bandaging.
So bandage. So elastic bandage. Okay.
What's one of the benefits of the elastic?
Quick.
But
Opens quick.
Opens quick. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yep.
I've got a cardiac arrest here.
Done that. Let's go chest.
Do you use a
Actually, no.
defib when he's got a pulse
Okay.
or pressure? Sorry, blood pressure.
Yes.
let's have a quick look at him.
He's got no blood pressure and no heart rate.
Yep, so you want to be bringing him back to life.
So do I use CPR or defib, or does it matter?
You can
Fine.
use either or. Defib's quicker though.
Okay, I'll use defib because I thought you needed a blood. Okay, ignore me.
How are you getting along?
Whoa, shit.
Oh, you got him
Yeah,
back pretty quickly.
They're
Mo.
using defib, 2 meters.
Well done.
Wait, question.
Uh-huh.
I know he's gonna wake
Second
up,
boss.
but should I give him an epi to help or just leave?
Okay, got a heart rate of
I mean,
119.
What was his last pulse at?
27.
It was
20.
191. I don't
Hello.
want to
Hello.
Pulse.
Your pulse is at 120, so you got a high pulse, so I need to get that down. No, I don't. I don't use it to adjust.
There he is.
Awake anyway.
I'm just in a bit of pain. Oh, yeah.
Lost some blood. Let me check
Don't
your
worry, Barrett, you'll be
Not
fine.
necessarily.
blood pressure.
I would
quickly.
always check the heart rate, because if you had a
Well,
welcome back to
in
the world
with a
of
heart
living.
rate of 124,
Okay, your blood pressure's
Don't like it anymore.
169
Cause a lot
over
of damage.
113.
You just
So when
assume
you
me, so
said
I
you
don't
So-
want
worry.
to use it,
I can't give you any of that.
I usually use it before I give them the shock.
I could use a morphine
What,
to be
the
honest. But...
A-
Yes.
You just assume me, so I don't worry.
In severe pain,
One.
morphine's going to
Very
send your heart rate through the roof, though.
It'll go. It's
Go
the opposite
lower,
way.
right?
It goes down.
Oh, it lowers it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it drops it dramatically and not
Right.
rises.
Sorry.
dramatically.
Yeah, I was just getting to the notes on that. Medication.
I'm trying to find
Have
a little
some
cheat
morphine,
sheet.
babe.
Where is it?
Yeah, if we got a...
Ah, that's my.
We'll play some Hendrix. You'll have a great time.
Nichols, do it again.
Yes. Has he got?
Check your blood pressure. Make sure it's coming down.
I'm trying to find a sheet. I can't find it.
There you go.
Hey.
Wicked.
It took a
Ganchev's
little
back.
while. His heart rate went very, very high. So,
Okay, that's fair enough. That does happen.
yep.
So what I'm going to do
Okay, cardiac
is
arrest.
I'm
Gonna
going to
shoot
Flying
me.
fully...
defibs, 2 meters
with a
back.
Right, it's come down to 114, which is better.
Now, Moses, I don't
Yeah.
like doing this.
I know.
But
But I'm still a bloke. It's fine.
There we go.
Genchev saved me.
Genchev,
Got no
get
more
to
pain.
work.
Normal, no more pain. You have lost some blood. Right, you're 86 over 58 for blood pressure.
Don't worry about the fluid
Finishing
resuscitation
epinephrine.
so much at the minute, Larkinson.
Okay, you're bleeding again in your head. No,
Not
you're
anymore, he's not.
He's not. Cool.
Now
I
then,
should step
Nice.
back at this point.
Larkinson,
Yeah.
Bye bye.
I love you.
And now we
Oh, you shot him twice. 3 times.
check your heart, your pressure.
Stop blowing holes in my hanger.
Shut up. Otherwise, you'll get it next.
Alright. Bending up your head.
Genchev, are you performing actual CPR there?
Come back to the world of living.
Yeah.
Yeah, picked
Please
it up.
only check yourself with morphine
Yeah.
again.
Do you not
Cardiac
wanna-
arrest.
Oh, no, I
wanna
didn't
give-
expect myself to go back
give a
down. So
defib?
yeah,
Okay, wait, stand still. I need to give you some more epinephrine.
I felt like you.
Don't worry about that, mate. I'm going to use heal him.
Okay.
Flockton, I think you wanted me to do this so you could shoot me, didn't you?
Sorry?
No, please no.
Oh, for fuck's sake, bro, he's gonna die.
Right, Cullen, how
Okay,
we doing?
well,
No heart rate.
round
Waiting
two,
for him to
3,
just
2.
giving him pressure.
Using
so
defib,
that
stand back
the,
2 meters.
Ceiling, just waiting for him to get back up basically.
Okay, what's his pulse at?
125.
Blood pressure?
It was 187. That's
Okay,
187.
well, I've got a cardiac arrest over here.
Okay, so do you think it was a good idea to give him...
Blind defib, 2 meters back for me,
Healing.
please.
No, it wasn't. It
Good.
wasn't.
Got a heart rate again.
Just remember, normal blood pressure is 120 over 80.
Oh yeah, fuck. Dumb.
All right, though. Look, he's
Wait.
alive. He's fine.
Fortunately.
There's too much blood.
Okay. Well done. If you guys... Well, Noel, stand still first of all, because I'm trying to heal you.
Don't
Okay.
consider it, Nick.
You want to go take a seat?
Want me to use epinephrine?
No, Nicholas, don't waste any more resources, mate.
Okay.
I knew it.
I'll shoot him now.
If you... No. Actually, no, you can't, because you shouldn't have a weapon on you.
Oh,
Box
yep.
in the back
Uh,
corner.
I
Oh,
don't know what the
oh,
box
I'm
is.
getting daylight.
Back at the hangar.
Don't purpose, I'll be back in a corner.
Right, how you doing, Ganchev?
Who's got it?
Yeah?
You're over here, Ross. Having fun.
He should be waking up, but
What's his pulse at?
120 something. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Hello.
Okay, I'll take the
Presence.
next.
Welcome back.
Okay,
I'll
so...
just give you some morphine.
All done. Ross, don't press escape. Because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be healing in any ways.
Okay, yep.
I'll have to give you a fresh kit for.
It should be waking up.
Sit down. Cheers.
There we go.
Cullen's AFK, so.
Oh, I'm more friends now, but yeah.
There we go. Alright, Moses, stand still.
Yep.
Right. Is anybody injured that needs to be fixed?
Me.
Are you?
You shot me in the head.
Oh, yeah. Is anyone else injured that needs to be fixed?
No, I'm good.
What would you get?
I mean, he shot me 3 times, so.
Thanks, Ross.
Right. So, how did you find that?
Very fun.
I found it easier because I talked my way through it, if that makes sense.
Yep. So you physically spoke to yourself. Yeah. Which is good. It's a good practice to get into, because say that incident happened on op, and you've got one of the 3 med guys behind you. They hear exactly where you are and exactly what you're doing.
Hmm.
So by you doing that, you're pretty much giving them a handover without even speaking to them. Would you agree with that one, Barrett?
Yeah, 100%. Also, it helps me know where your patient is at as well. So if I'm managing the CCP and there's like 4 tier 1s, and you're all on different ones, and you're reading out what you have, I can just say, yep, Moses on that one, got a pulse and so-and-so, Noel's on that one, and it continues on, so I can effectively know how the CCP is and how the casualties are. That actually helps me out.
Helps the thought process as well.
Yes,
It does. It is a helpful thought process. Cullen, do you have any feedback from that exercise?
No.
No? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. Seeing
Awesome.
that get shot was funny.
Annie?
I don't usually like shooting people.
That's a lie, and you know it.
Unless it's Barrett or Mark.
I thought so.
Or Beta, surely.
Or Beta, yeah,
Yeah.
I'd love to shoot Beta in the face.
That's worrying.
You're not JHC, mate, you wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
So, once all of the wounds are treated, guys, and the patient is no longer at risk, it's now time to make sure that they don't deteriorate again. This is done by using the most valuable tools in the medical kit. That's your surgical kit and your personal aid kit. The surgical kit is great for out in the field, because them wounds that might reopen aren't going to. And a personal aid kit, it's basically a reset button. Now, with the surgical kit, okay, this can only be used once all wounds are closed.
Mm.
It is.
No, I've used it before when it's only a couple ones.
No, when all of the wounds are closed.
Wait, you're talking about
Works on
surgical kit?
wounds that are closed, but
Yeah.
some can be open still.
Some
Oh,
can
yeah, that's what I
reopen
mean.
during the stitch. That was my next point, so thanks for that, Barrett. When you are stitching, sometimes wounds can reopen. Meaning then you've got to go through the process again of bandaging and then stitch. Thankfully, it only requires a stitch on that one part that reopened. It doesn't make you go back through everything. Okay? Now, like I said, a pack kit works like a reset switch. Goes back to normal. Okay? Now, I'm going to do a little bit of jumping here, and that's because I am an absolute muppet and nearly forgot about it. In terms of cardiac arrest, there is a few criteria that usually indicate that somebody is in cardiac arrest. I'm going to give you them now. So anybody with a pulse below 20 and a systolic above 260, so above 260, that can indicate cardiac arrest. Anybody with a diastolic below 40, with a pulse of 190 plus, is another criteria that could indicate cardiac arrest. Okay. Anybody with a systolic over 150 and a pulse of over 150, 150, that is another criteria that can indicate cardiac arrest. Does everybody have them down?
What was the last one? Sorry.
A systolic over 150, so systolic over 150 with a pulse over 150.
Thank you.
Not a problem at all. Now, does anybody notice the difference? Two of them have a certain word and the other one doesn't.
Diastolic.
Correct. Two of them are your systolic, which is what number?
60 and 150.
The pressure.
The pressure.
Oh, the first one. Yeah.
Yep. And the other one was a diastolic, which is
The flow.
the flow.
Resistance.
Resistance. Flow resistance. Correct. Hey, look at that. You've actually listened to us on your basic medical.
Yeah, from time to time.
Actually,
Like it happened recently.
like 2 days ago.
Don't ruin the moment for him.
I mean, good thing that Moses records, so.
Okay. So the next part I'm going to go on to, in fact, no, I'm not. Barrett, you are.
Yeah.
Take over,
Exciting.
sir.
Oh, I got called sir.
Sorry, take over, Lance Corporal.
Ah, there you go. Alright, so what I'm about to go over now is the chain of evac, which is quite important, I'd say. And you'll know where you fit into this when I say it. So, the chain of evac is the most effective way of removing casualties from the danger, and it allows them to be brought back to a medical facility and treated, and it makes everything all good. So, the chain of evac, it begins with, of course, the member that is wounded. And they will provide care to themselves, and then that will move on to the buddy aid, which is technically, well, it's just put simply asking the person next to you for help. Next to that will be going to the section team medic, so that they can treat them to the best of their ability and what they can do. And this is where a CAS rep, which will be provided, and will be passed through the chain of command. So basically pass to the ICs and then go up from there. As you probably learned in your basic med, team medics can bandage effectively, and they can triage care, so basically define what tier they are, so when someone arrives they can say simply, here's that tier, here's that tier. Cool. Next to that is going to be to the section 2 ICs, and they will inform the platoon HQ of their casualties. After consulting with the section IC themselves, they will figure out the most suitable course of action. From there, from the 2 ICs and IC communicating, a member of Free Med will be dispatched to the casualty if that casualty is not in immediate danger, like an active firefight. After that, it will be that the Free Med will arrive there, and they will define the casualty or the wounded party as the 4 tiers, which I'd hope that you all know, and I'm going to go through it. Colin, give me what's a tier 1?
Tier 1 is what? Is lightly wounded? I get them mixed up. No, tier 1's down. Getting them mixed up again.
Yeah, basically requires
Down, but
immediate
not
care.
dead.
Yeah, immediate care. Cool. No, tier 2.
Someone that is injured, like when I mean injured, like a broken limb, combat effective.
Yeah, pretty much. Genchev, tier 3.
Combat affected, slightly wounded.
Yep. And Moses Tiffle.
Dead.
Yes. Cool. After they have made, well, the Freemen have made their decision about what tiers they are and confirmed it, a MURT helicopter will be dispatched if necessary. From there, the casualties will be airlifted away from the front line and will be transported back to an airbase or FOB or whatever it is that is appropriate, and then they will be provided appropriate care from JHC. Final step is that after the care has been given, the healed member will be reinserted, and they will either go by land or by JHC. I start, I'm scared.
Oh no.
In airs.
Told me.
Ah, perfect. And then, if they're... Let me reset my mind. When they are being transported by either land or air, they will be brought back to where they need to be it by the section or wherever they need to be. So, any questions about the evac chain?
How long does it typically take before it hits 3 med?
That can depends on the situation, to be honest. If it's like a lone gunman and it's just one person gets hit, then the threat is taken, then it's quite quick because they don't really have much to manage in terms of dealing with a firefight.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's like a section-sized element attacking them, the ICs and 2ICs are normally quite busy. So it's kind of situational, but normally, give or take about a minute and a half, I'd say on average. Maybe a minute.
Okay. And how many is defined as mass casualties?
If the section is, I think it's half of its strength.
Okay.
So if you have a section of 8 and 6 people are, or I say 6, 5 people are injured, like heavily, and like tier 1s, then that'll be classed as mass because that's more than half of their force. Cool. Any other questions? Glorious.
So check your team speaks, as I am going to send this document to everybody.
Is Game Trap AFK?
Probably. You're still getting it though.
I can't alt tab, my game might crash.
I got you. I got you. Hold on.
Alright.
Got you.
You kind of need this though.
I know.
That's
I
fine.
got him.
You can just send me, it's fine.
The SADCHAP actually goes into the role of the COI escalation process. Does anybody not have that document? Hello?
No?
Yeah,
Have
we've
it?
got it. Thanks.
Everyone's got it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Document?
I've sent you on TeamSpeak, Genshev.
Oh, okay.
Let me know when everyone has eyes on.
Yep.
You can keep this. This is nothing important. Well, it is, in a sense. The SADCHAP is mainly used when setting up casualty collection points and RAPs. Okay? Barrett?
What's an RAP?
That was Barrett.
Hmm?
Answer the question.
What RIP? Regimental aid post.
Thank you.
Okay? So what usually happens is when we get casualties, we go to CCP, which is your casualty collection point, which then they're usually picked up by COI, 3med, or others, and then they go to the RAP, where they get treated. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, using SADCHAP, okay, as you can see, your first one is security. Is it a secure location? The next one is access. Is it easy for to get to? The next one is distance from other units. If you've got two section 10 meters down the road, 20 meters down the road, fantastic. Comms. Can you get in touch with the people you need to? If you're in a valley, you think your comms are going to be that good? No. So you're gonna want to set up somewhere else, aren't you? The nearest HLS. Now, obviously, the guys who are with 18 at the minute, you can understand what it's like going into the HLSs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how some of them can be quite tight, some of them can be in a completely weird place. Am I right?
Yes.
Yep.
The next one is advertisement. Mark it on the map. Mark it on SADCHAP. 2 seconds. All right, son. Right. So yeah, mark it on the map and on the SADCHAP to let everybody know that's where the CCP or the RAP is. Okay.
Is there a specific symbol we should use or something for it?
It's just usually a circle, mate.
Okay.
But in terms of on the SADCHAP, it's usually the circle. On the map, it's usually a dot with CCP or RAP written next to it. And the last one is protection. How quick can other units get to you if it starts going tits up? Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Is everybody happy?
Yep.
Fantastic. Right.
Yeah.
Good evening. Ross,
Hello.
stand up. Hi, your helmet on for us. Genchev, Noel, Cullen, Moses. Hi, Scrim on as well.
I should have my scrim on.
You do now. So how did everybody think that went?
Well,
Fine.
I've been a bit of a dick.
Uh-oh.
You know.
Everybody that I questioned and Barrett questioned got their results bar one person.
that's harsh, dude.
That's mean.
Larkinson, you got 10 out of 10, mate. Well done, you passed.
Yay!
But that's just the bullying.
I felt like it had to be done.
So harsh.
Grim.
Ross, get your scrim on. Noel, get your scrim on. Come
What's
on,
a
guys.
scrim?
It's like
Stand up.
It's the fuzzy bit on top of the helmet.
Yeah,
I don't think I have one.
You do.
you
you-
do. If you
uh,
stand up.
Self-interact on the rat and go to
Yep.
headgear.
Control windows, rat,
Yep. Headgear.
and then headgear, and then scrim on.
Okay, so it's not something that's in your bag that you put on. It's there. Okay.
Nope.
Thank you.
And then I've just thought that was probably pointless because I'm pretty sure I need to re-kit yous after our little escapade when I was going around shooting yous all. But it puts a helmet on for yous anyways. So if you can all stay stood up for me, that would be absolutely fantastic. And what I'll do is I'll start my clean-up phase now.
Magic chair wizard.
I'm gonna
No,
see.
Rossi still needs scrim.
I'm gonna see if I can magically do all of your kits.
Oh, there we go.
No, I cannot.
Imagine if they all just all of a sudden just turned into fucking pilot outfits. That'd be I would pay to see that.
No, exit info. Control windows. Go on the rat. Headgear, scrim on.
All right, who have I just kitted up there? Cullen.
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 Step to
Hi.
the side.
Oops.
Right, once I've re-kitted yous, I need yous all to move.
Do I need to grab my rifle?
Nah, we're fine.
That's me done.
The guys will need to put your scrim back on. Because Till started playing F1 2020, I can't close it.
Oh, I feel hurt.
Why?
Thought there was an order. That you're going left to right.
Yeah, left and then round back to right. See, there's method to the madness.
No. I feel hurt.
Go next, join the line. Or join that general cluster.
Oh boy.
This is like when you're in.
Go back here.
Right.
Noel was naked for me.
Noel, do a uniform fix.
Sure.
Right, Mark, I want you to join this team. Is there a man down? Okay. So we're all going to step outside because I don't want to bring the hanger with us. So let's go.
Does it matter we don't have radios?
Nah. In fact, Nichols, Larkinson, Noel, and Cullen, you're one team.
Hey.
Ross, Moses, Genchev, Mark, you're another team.
Move. I'm going to join your team.
Right. Larkinson,
Yeah.
you are going to be the section commander.
Roger.
So in your vest, I'm about to put you a 343. Sorry, in your backpack because there's no room in your vest.
Oh, back to seconds.
Okay, and Moses, Ross, or Genchev, who volunteers?
So we're going 8-2.
Sorry?
We're going 8-2.
No one wants to volunteer?
Yeah, go 8-2.
Roger.
Yeah, give it to me, I guess.
Okay, never mind. Moses has volunteered. Or should I say voluntold?
That's more like it.
Flockton.
You're welcome. So you're the section commander for this section. Okay. Now, what will during the scenario, you will get in contact with the 3-med IC, who is Barrett. Okay. Now, we're going to go on a magic carpet ride. Are you guys ready?
I might come on and join that group when we're there, just so you can know where they are. Groovy.
Right.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Where's the two teams line up?
Ideally behind there. IC, that'd be nice. Oh.
Moses, do you want to get your guys like there?
Look at the back.
Okay. So, referencing maps, you guys are grid reference 110190. Advanced Medical Final X. Do you see that?
Yes.
Yep.
Hang on.
Just off to the west, in the town of.
Hang on, but we haven't done any of the map reading stuff, so hang on 2 seconds.
110. What? Sorry.
You should see yellow dots flying around the map.
Yep.
It's in the northwestern side of the map.
Northwestern side of the airfield.
King Division training team. Close to that.
Okay,
110.
Yeah.
190.
Okay, yeah, I found it.
Yep. What's happened is there's a section attack going on in the town of Galati. There has been a bit of a boo-boo. On the call, you will get into your respective ambulances and find out what's going on. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yep.
Yeah.
Amazing. By the way, you might actually want to be quick because I don't know how long it can take for them to bleed out.
Yeah, I'll drive.
The ambulances. Ah, okay. Who wants to drive?
I got one. I got one.
Right,
I'm
no,
on the
we got
back.
it.
I'll drive.
Oh,
Start
okay.
driving.
Me in the right?
No, I think I don't know where that. I don't. Everyone's got in different.
No,
ones.
we're in the
Okay,
different one.
everyone's
Okay.
got in different buses.
We're in this one.
We're in
Alright, who's in this
the
one?
one closest.
Who's in
Okay.
here with us?
Who's in this one?
Alright, where are we going?
I'm in the left.
We're gonna wait for Larkinson.
Okay.
Okay.
You're in this one, Markson.
Yeah,
Hello.
I am
Yeah,
trusting
well,
trying to get in.
We're in.
Yes.
Oh, hang on, there's 3 of the
There you
4
go.
of us
You
are
got
in.
it.
No, you see the 3 other people that are.
Okay.
I see only Mark with me.
We haven't had a call yet.
I'm just getting.
They're all in the back.
I mean,
Roger.
Yeah, we're all in this one.
guys,
Okay.
it's the fact
Just gonna say, use your ring mirrors.
Right now, not give it away.
Yeah, I only got on the radio.
I drive that direction.
That's some comfy in the back over here. Where the fuck is my door?
This is the wrong way.
Never mind.
Can we all join green team, please?
That's boss.
Wait for
Where are you going?
it.
I'm following him.
So that was the most convoluted 3-point turn I've ever seen. Please don't crash into the vehicle in front, which seems to be just driving off into the middle of nowhere.
Why are we stopping?
Because we haven't had a medical call yet.
They won't build.
Guys, I would suggest by the fact that
You
there
by
are fucking
chance see
mortars
smoke?
going off that the section's in trouble.
Is it yellow smoke?
I thought
Yeah.
we were getting a
Then
call
go to yellow
to
smoke.
bring us in.
Yellow smoke means
Oh,
Yeah, I
mountains,
think the
yellow
mortars
smoke
was
which is what
big
you
enough,
need to
mate.
know.
Okay, go. Go to where the
Genchev,
mortars
take
are,
us
I
down to
guess.
Velocity, please.
Turn that shit off.
Are you
No,
going
Simon,
in
if you don't mind.
Yeah, let them gain a bit of space. That was the most desyncy thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, almost.
It did like a little hop, skip, and a jump.
Hippity hoppity.
Yep. Fucking shrapnel. Don't worry, it's just shrapnel.
I'm hearing nothing on the radio yet. Assuming I'm on the right channel.
Yeah, shit blowing up though.
Should we get the left side? Moses?
Repeat, please.
Left side?
Yes, go left.
Yeah, I see some mortar fire. Be careful, cautious.
Right, Lockton,
Okay,
stand by.
keep
That
us.
section actually died. Wait one.
Oh,
We got 2 here. 3. Working on this one on far left.
okay, let's assess, please.
Oh my lord, that doesn't look right.
Go on the
What
right.
do we have?
Very
I would
bad
suggest
there,
moving
these
back.
3, 4.
How many can
Heavily
the ambulance
bleeding.
take?
6, 7, 8. 8 tier 1s.
Genchev, which one are you working on, please?
The one on the left,
Okay, I'll
which
take the
is
second one.
called Liam Robertson.
It's bandaging.
Stay out of the street.
Get out of the street. Can we take them to the
Right, move
ambulance?
I think my guy died.
Okay. See if anyone else needs assistance.
I could use a little bit of help on my guy. Big tourniquets on him now just to he doesn't bleed out, but
Yeah, my guy's dead.
I think my guy has also just died. Okay.
Anybody need assistance? I'm free.
I could have a little bit of help here on the one on the right hand side.
I'm coming.
Okay, stand back using defibrillator.
Back.
Okay, tell me what you want me to do.
Could you work on his leg? Right leg, please.
Check if we've got any pulse.
Nearly bandaged up,
Bleeding.
so
He's bleeding. from
That leg
everywhere.
is good.
Oh, and he's gone.
disappeared.
He disappeared.
Right.
Okay, let's get back in the ambulance. Hang on. Join here.
Of course, Mark saved this guy.
Well done, we managed to save one.
I'm going to pick him up, stick him in the back of the
Take him up,
ambulance.
take him to the ambulance. Let's get him out of here.
Sounds good to me.
I have a strong
No.
suspicion that I have the wrong radio
How
channel,
the
so
fuck?
I cannot
How
communicate
did
back.
he die? He was right. Fucking AI. Right, so they all died.
Yeah, basically.
Yep, we didn't get here quick enough. I suspect that I have my radio on incorrectly. Everybody in the ambulance, and let's head back.
I'm in.
Oh.
Just
I'm
wait
in.
up. Oh,
Everybody in?
All in.
I am in.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
What the hell am I hitting? Back it up. Drive around it. Keep going. That guy. It's fine.
Yes. You
Solid.
got your driving license like 4 days ago.
Oh, this is so decent, key.
Moses here?
Yes, I'm here.
Because I can see you in the vehicle.
On left. Yellow smoke on left. We've
Yellow
driven
smoke
past
where?
the yellow smoke.
Yeah, apologies. I believe I have my radio on the wrong channel.
Okay, the bus.
Debust.
whoa, wait for the... What the fuck is going on?
What do you mean, man?
I was in
back.
the vehicle, in the fucking vehicle. Back.
Get down.
Oh, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
Nope. stand up.
Genchev is assessed. That leg is bleeding.
My left leg.
And bro.
He's got a lot of bleeding going on. What else do we have around us?
Only minor broken leg. Don't worry about it. We'll get fixed soon. Oh.
Okay. That's He's lost a lot of blood and put some saline
Guys
into
in the
his
middle.
eyes.
We're getting shots. Guess hello.
Right, I'm gonna say this. There's IDF. What the fuck do we do? I know. I got an idea. Let's move back.
Let's move back.
Hit them up. Stick him in the ambulance.
Let's go. Picking up Genchev. He's tier 1, but he does have a pulse.
Still going in the ambulance.
Where's the ambulance? Okay. Where's the ambulance?
See
There it is.
anybody that needs getting? I do need patching up a bit.
You do need patching up a bit, but you're still conscious.
Yeah.
My guys.
We can do it in the vehicle.
Okay. Okay, I need to get you loaded in. Oh, are you in?
Guys in, yeah.
Okay.
Can't see him though. Is he in the front?
Morning.
Yes. We have Genchev, we have Ross, we have Mark.
I'm in the back. Yep. Where am I going to, boss?
Let's return back to base, please.
Roger.
Okay. He's got some blood. You're not doing too bad, Genchev.
Yeah, I think I'm keeping up.
Yeah, you're doing okay.
All units be advised, I suggest now is the time to get your casualties out of there while there's a break in IDF. I suggest you move them now.
Check out to excuse my rally driving.
Were there any other casualties?
They're all like up and stable.
Okay. We should probably have brought some of them with us, though. Okay.
They have arrived.
Okay, debus. Genchev, are you able to walk? Or do you need carrying?
Wait. Yeah, I can walk. I'm slow walker though.
Okay. I'm gonna go and check my radio. Flockton?
Yeah, hello.
Hello, apologies. Can I check the frequency the radio is due to be on? I thought it was 8.2.
Correct, that is.
Okay. I wasn't able to get through for any reason. I couldn't contact Barrett.
That's because it was Genchev you would have been talking to. He was supposed to be the
Yeah.
other. No,
The
not
Larkinson,
Genchev.
you mean?
Larkinson, sorry.
Okay.
But I'm on 8.2 and I didn't hear you.
No, it didn't transmit through, no matter what I did. Okay. It must be an error on my part.
Also, guys,
Yes.
you kind of forgot something.
We have everybody?
Do you though?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
We did.
What about this guy right here? What about him? He's left him in the middle of the field.
Oh! Everyone was upright. Everyone was fine when we left. We said we should have brought more. Okay, let's see what the status is. Okay, he's got a lot of bleeding. Check his pulse. He's got pulse. He's got good heart rate.
I don't know about you, but this doesn't seem like a very secure place to treat casualties.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I was going to say he's fairly stable.
Yeah,
Let's
I
put
would hurry up
sailing
and
and
get
let's
them
move him.
casualties out of there
What
if
would you do
possible
in this
while there's a
situation?
break in IDF. We don't know how much longer
Move him
until they
over
start
there
shelling
next
again.
to the ambulance. Yeah.
Exactly.
You
Once
want
I
to
have someone stable, we'll get them out.
Okay, he's got saline going in, which should keep his blood pressure up. Can we move him into the ambulance, please?
Yep.
I'll go ahead and look at traffic for you.
Genchev, are you doing okay now?
My leg is patched, but I still can't really walk fast.
Okay, I'll be on you in 2 seconds.
I'll sort you out in a second. Don't worry.
He's still bleeding. Oh, where'd
They
he
put
go?
him in.
Oh. Okay. Ha, getting his medical attendant. That's the one I wanted. So I should be able to access him that way. Have a look. Check his pulse and blood pressure, see how he's doing. His heart rate's okay. His blood pressure is a little on the low side, but so I'm going to give him some extra saline. He's still losing blood.
Can I just point out, if you look at his medical menu, what's it say on the right hand side?
Bleeding, lost head, bleeding, lost a lot of blood. No.
Right. So what would you do?
Bandage.
Put tourniquets on his limbs.
Okay. He has 2 tourniquets on. That should be plenty, shouldn't it? Oh, is he? Oh, it's because he's bleeding from everything. Yeah, sorry.
Stop the most of the bleeding and then fix his chest and his head.
Okay, what time is it? It's 6, so make sure he doesn't have that on too long. Okay.
Do you want to keep in mind of that timer?
Sorry, please repeat.
Do you want to check that to make sure that 5 minutes doesn't pass?
Yes, please. 6 minutes past.
Yeah. Got no blood pressure, no heart rate.
I won't be able to read them because he's got tourniquets on.
That is an excellent point.
Yes. Okay, he's no longer bleeding. Let's remove these tourniquets.
There's still avulsions in his legs, careful.
There's still what, sorry?
There's still avulsions in his legs. Because there's a tourniquet on, that means
Yep.
the wound is gone.
Let's put that back on again. I took the wrong one off. Oh, tourniquets.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
you stop bleeding now. We just had a patient walk off on us, so yeah.
Okay, so we can. I would use surgical kit at this point.
He's got no heart rate. I think we should try to get that back first.
We can't get a reading of a heart rate because he had the tourniquets on. He now has that off, so we should measure. He has a heart rate of 80.
Okay, yeah. Oh. Did he get thrown out?
Oh, he's been thrown out the back now.
He's
Not the best of service.
Oh, and he's gone.
Yep.
Right, I'll be checking his pulse and his blood pressure.
Oh, get out. How's he doing?
Blood pressure is low.
Pressure is low.
Okay, he's lost a lot of blood. I'm going to put extra lot of saline into him.
Okay, oh, wounds are opening up again.
Okie dokie. Can you check his
Working on
legs,
his
please?
legs.
Thank you.
Doing his chest.
Doing the head.
Thank you. Keeping an eye on his pulse and blood pressure.
I'll do it.
His heart rate's good.
Blood pressure is increasing.
It is
Left
increasing.
leg opened.
Working on his left leg.
Thank you.
Stitching up head.
That blood pressure is still pretty damn low. It's not coming up very quickly.
Giving him an epi.
Yep, agree. Okay. Heart rate remains steady.
Blood rate's
Blood pressure
increasing.
is starting to increase.
Right, we're pulling in now.
Checking blood pressure.
Nothing's
Nothing's
down.
reopening.
Right, let's
Can I go pick up the other ones?
go back for him once we've got them out.
Pressure's increasing slowly but steadily.
How do we get these fuckers out then?
Okay, I'm
The
gonna
same
put
way
a
you got them in.
Can we agree on some
Check his
saline as
pulse.
well?
Yeah, can you put 1,000 in for him?
Please.
Copy
Pulse is
that.
normal.
Putting in.
Passenger. Wait, one more.
Okay, he's bleeding. Left
Okay,
leg.
1,000's in. Check him again.
Alright, you can go.
Gun away.
Good.
Am I
Yeah,
good
he's
to
starting to come
reverse?
back up.
Yeah, you good.
Good,
Good.
timing.
Good.
Wait,
Right.
is that then just TP back?
Index, index, index.
Oh yeah.
Alright, stop those.
Okay.
Index. Converge on me.
By the way,
No,
did Barrett run
Nichols.
away from me or TP? No, okay, no. Let me hear my reasoning here. Where did Barrett go? Did he get TP'd away? Because he was next to me,
No.
and then he was gone.
He was lying tier 1 on the floor after a firefight with a Russian AT specialist.
Okay, well, I didn't see him.
Barrett, come in.
There we go. Yeah,
That's because you left.
leaving that behind saves me.
No.
Definitely needs to get shot by the Rassens.
So, how did you guys find that exercise?
Done.
Chaotic.
Yeah?
Run it back.
Run it back.
It was chaotic, yeah.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah,
think
I think-
with the gap in fire to when you said move them because we need to get them out before the fire starts, so like they're not stable, I can't move them. It was more worried that I should have had them stable by then. It's remembering that drugs and defib work together.
I mean, that I'm not too bothered about. What I wanted to see was if you would move them.
Okay.
Purely because, and I mean, let's face it, that
Mark out.
did me might cut out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Sorry, I came out as Zeus. Yeah, it was taking a little bit long, which I'm not. It's not a dig. It's nothing like that. It comes with experience. Now, the reason I have that many mortars, JDAMs, stuff like that coming down is because, like you said, it's a high pressure situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you need to be able to think. You need to be able to react. You need to be able to hone in on your drills. Does that make sense to everybody?
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Now, obviously, the JHC guys, it's not always that chaotic. It's not even that chaotic for you guys.
No.
It's more chaotic for the likes of Nichols and Noel. Okay. I actually introduced this part into this Final X because obviously with us being the IC of 3med for a while, I realised how hectic it can be. Especially just before I came to JHC. Do you remember that, Barrett? Me and Hill were in a fucking RAP by ourselves, trying to hold off the enemy.
Oh, I don't remember that, no.
Ah, well, everyone else was like tier 1 or tier 4, and me and Hill, a GPMG gunner, we were the only two alive. We were trying to hold that entire place. It can get hella hectic. But I'm gonna have a quick conversation with Barrett and Mark. So if you guys want to cut about here for a bit, and we'll go have a chat. Oh, I forgot to do one thing. 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds.
Someone's getting shot.
No, they're not. They're not.
Gonna
I
get
mean,
too
I already
slightly
shot
loaded.
someone.
You shoot
How
me,
you
my
say
leg
tap
is
one to
already
load up?
fucked.
Really?
Are you still fucked, dude?
No, I'm fine, but I need some time to heal.
It's not too bad. You'll be
man.
fine.
You can't do
I
anything.
got the fucking holster.
Fine,
Hey,
he's
Barrett,
fine.
can I want to
I can
defend
only pack
myself
you.
here because it was
They're
a
not here.
training exercise. Okay, I thought you TP'd away. I just want to defend myself there.
I shot someone
Because
and immediately
if
TP'd.
if
I
a
heard
normal
something.
op
There
would
it is.
happen, okay, I would have looked for you. But
Oh,
this isn't
there's
normal.
our baby.
It's ugly.
Yeah.
It's so that paint job is so fucking ugly. It's
Yeah, we
unreal.
didn't
Deep
use
don't
that
fly.
Clementine
before.
will remember this.
I know.
I know, but I can't find the other one.
Deeps on flying?
Hey, Nicholas?
Oh, try yourself.
Clementine will remember this.
I'll fly.
It's already got a pilot.
Oh.
We have to
How do
get
you
him.
think it's spinning up with no pilot?
Can
Is
you
that on
Phantom
the
fix
Cinema.
news?
No,
my
you
leg,
don't, because
Flockton?
usually what I have happen is you guys bring the casualties back, and I put a HLS in.
Nice.
And you load them all up into the tuna, which
Yeah.
can be a pain, but is what it is.
Yeah.
Depends on if they got load mass.
Yeah.
And then usually
Hate when it doesn't work.
what I also do is I add in.
Hey.
Not going to be an Apache flyover, is it?
17 F-16s.
Yeah, where's our schedule? Yeah,
That's what it is.
our protection.
There you go.
Oh, that's what I'm more used to seeing.
From the
You
outside.
That guy was a HMS right next to power line.
Yeah, the pilots are balls in. So.
A lot of smoke. Damn, Ross.
If you
Let's
take
take up
that
an
into
office.
the if you put that in the virtual
fuck?
arsenal, you can do like flips with it.
He was sat there spoozing up and the fucking pilot jumped out and ran away.
See, there's a power line, so you got scared.
Okay,
Hey, we were practicing those the other day.
Barrett, Mark, let's go have a chat.
Yes.
I have failed actually.
Touch
from leaving him behind.
Weird, we were gonna fight.
we
I want to install
we
it.
looked and he wasn't there.
I got one guy up, and as soon as he stood up, he ran off. I was like,
Yeah,
I
there
was going to
was,
put him in the fucking
Yeah,
thing,
we-
and he just
we had-
fucking legged it.
We
I
had
was like,
that.
I low key want to do that again, but this time give us more time with the casualties.
we had a
Well,
lot
we
of time.
did
to
kind
fair,
of wasted
we-
some time going there.
to be honest, yeah, well, they said you're going to get a call.
And we
So I was
didn't.
waiting for the call, and we didn't have it.
And then it just
But-
said yellow smoke was
Yeah, then we saw the
indication.
smoke, yeah.
The
Would have been nice.
the
to know.
thing, I think we had
Yeah, it
enough
would have nice to
time.
know.
I just don't think it's like for me personally. I didn't use the drugs with the procedure. So I was thinking,
Like,
why am I
I
not
just
getting a
had-
pulse from this guy? And then I was like, oh, epinephrine.
Yeah.
Then
Never got
as soon as
that
I
far,
started
my guy.
banging that in, I got him up quite quickly. That's
Yeah,
what
the
she
Turned
said.
guys on him and he just disappeared.
Yeah, Nichols, the guy. There was a guy right beside us behind me, just lying there.
Yeah, I know. I
sleeping.
saw him.
I was like, hello.
I
thought
turned
I
around.
ran
Okay,
even
look, I used to,
closer.
all right, Barrett, say like this is Barrett. I do this. I turn around. I turn back around again, and he's just gone, vanished into the
Yeah.
abyss. So I'm just
Yeah.
like, maybe just TP'd away.
No,
Okay,
when
this
we-
is
when we
training
were-
after all.
when
Maybe
we were-
Flockton has something to do with him. So you
Yeah,
know.
when we were going, I thought I ran someone over because they just kind of they were beside the ambulance, and I kind of floored it, and then they no longer were beside the ambulance, and I was like, okay, maybe hit them, maybe not.
Fine, you got me out. I'm happy.
So when the first lot, ours just died like instantaneously.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had no chance whatsoever. And then the second lot, it was our guys that got hit. Everyone else was fine. So we got Genchev out, and we looked around, and we thought everyone else they didn't leave anyone behind. But when we got back here, it was like, oh look, there's one in the road for you. We were like, didn't think we'd left one behind. Okay.
Yeah,
But
we
neither
just
of
have.
them. Hello.
Are we being too
I'm
loud?
just gonna walk over to
I'm
this
on
house
Whisper.
and get in cover.
Yeah.
Well,
By the
I'm
way,
shouting.
on tier 1s we should have like 2 people working on.
Which we did.
Also wasn't
Yeah,
as
in
bad
the
as
second part.
night.
In the second part, we did. Yes.
This wasn't as bad as GMOC night time.
I've opened the door of the house so we can just run in there.
Oh, I thought they were in that house. I'm like,
I thought
We
they
oh.
were
probably
there.
are.
No, they're on
No,
the other side.
they're
If you
around
go
the
here, you
back.
can see them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I watched back some of the video from last night, and you just see it's just like black.
Yeah. I don't think it was that bad. My eyes got used to it in a bit, but it's just like.
I think I've brought it up after maybe 10 minutes.
Do you guys have a different setting on gamma or something?
No.
Maybe I'm one of the Friday.
I think. No, I think I have had mine on. I have mine's quite high.
Yeah, let's go in the house.
Yeah.
Get
Is
shot
this
at.
the test?
Let's go in the house to be on the safe side.
For general health.
Yeah, I don't know if we
Look.
passed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't be next to windows. That's what we learned from combat.
Yeah.
reading.
No.
That's what we learned from phase 1 training.
You,
Just gonna
you
sit in
guys
here
did
for a
that in your
bit.
phase 1?
Not
fuck
phase
was your
1.
phase-
The basic med, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was
Let's
your
just
basic?
stand in
Well,
here.
I track. I was going to say, what was your basic?
Doors do
You
not
got
protect against water shells.
shot. Ours was don't
Ah, well.
trust Truman with a 40 mic.
They're coming back.
Okay.
Yeah, the
We
C
all-
tab.
Fine,
They're
but-
moving on the C tab. Look, they're going to come through that door.
Okay.
If they're
Quick,
smart.
run around the back. Why are they
Okay.
blowing up the
Look at them.
windows?
Like, why are we in here? We were getting shot at. Hello?
They just shut out the window. They just went through. Oh my
Oh,
god.
That's
I like
yeah,
that.
that's
I mean, oh my god, I'm so
Name
blinded.
bang.
Oh my
That
god.
was the worst name bang I've ever seen.
Oh, they're coming around back. They're gonna
Coming round
they're
back,
gonna come
coming
through here.
Everyone put guns.
Oh,
What
there's
is that?
Hey, Fred.
Hello.
Hi.
Whoa! He said, "Oh my eyes."
Oh, you fuckers. You
Whatever they're about to
fuckers doing that to
say
us.
to us, I can't hear them anymore.
Right.
They're very rude.
Okay, guys, listen up.
Oh,
Whisper.
you're on Whisper.
I
No
know
point
I'm
in
not now.
saying anything, so can't you?
So I'll just stand right beside you so I can hear you.
So, does anybody have any further questions?
I just want
Once
to say
your
sorry.
leg is broken, lock the detect to walk again.
Nice
You
one.
live.
Does anybody have any further questions?
I don't.
No.
No. Everybody happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody in a lot of pain right now due to the 9-banger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't hear anything.
I've been
can't
name
see
banged.
anything.
I've been name banged twice over the past 2 days.
Yeah,
It's
that's
kinda
just
fun.
mean.
Okay. So feel free to disconnect. I will meet you guys in the classroom where I will give you your results.
Cool beans.
Okay.